It's the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Today's video, the secret reason for Andy Griffith Show's signature scenes revealed by Ron Howard. He says, I remember it vividly. Ron Howard reveals the real reason behind one aspect of the iconic scenes in the Andy Griffith Show. Howard played Opie Taylor, debuting on the show when he was only 6 years old. The Andy Griffith Show was on air for 8 seasons from 1960 to 68 and remains one of the most beloved comedies of all time, with numerous iconic scenes and quotes still referenced today. Speaking on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, Howard explains a critical aspect of the Andy Griffith Show scenes, which are the slower, drawn-out dialogue sequences. Howard explained that those bits were usually when the show was short. When the team got to the end of their planned 3-day shooting week, the showrunner would speak to star Andy Griffith that the episode was coming in shorter than he allotted their time. As a result, Griffith and Barney Fife actor Don Knotts would come in to do one of those dialogue scenes. This is Howard's quote. Well, those bits were usually when the show was short, so we would shoot Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, single camera. We would rehearse on Thursdays, read on Thursdays, rehearse Fridays, shoot Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Several times these scenes, that the kinds that you're citing, usually between Don and Andy, I remember vividly Aaron Rubin, our showrunner, coming down and talking to Andy, and then Andy he would always call Don Jesse, and he would say, Jesse, we're short, come on. And the very last thing at the end of the Wednesday night shoot would be the two of them, and they would have just talked about it a little bit, and they'd wind up doing one of those scenes. The Andy Griffith Show was meant to fill a half-an-hour time slot during its 60s airing time. Counting for commercials, this meant that each episode had to come in at about 26 minutes in length. For a show that focused on character beats rather than elaborate episode plots, it makes sense why the series would find itself consistently coming in under time. What was most vital to the series was not that it was necessarily written, but how the characters experienced each other's existence. Still, it's fascinating to know that it was timing needs that drove these two scenes. Based on Howard's quote, it also appears as if a lot of these Andy Griffith scenes were improvised. On the one hand, it is possible that Knotts and Griffith sometimes used the extra time to take longer with their individual line delivery, which is imitated by Conan O'Brien in a clip that you can check on YouTube, and space between each other's lines. On the other hand, however, Griffith and Knotts used mundane conversations to fill the time. These conversations that seemed unconcerned with pace were actually well-intentionally paced as such, leading to the show's unique rhythms. The scene also contributed to the feeling of naturalness to the characterized the Andy Griffith Show. While Knotts, Howard, and Griffith and the other cast members were playing characters on the show, all the main Andy Griffith characters always felt like real, fully formed human beings. From Howard's story, it is clear that the characterization came about after a long and hard day's work, two collaborators and friends bonding together over a need for increased run time. This bonding is evident on screen, giving rise to the beautiful dynamic explored in the Andy Griffith Show. I'll give you an example of one of those scenes that Andy and Don Knotts just kind of threw together. And Don Knotts gets the credit from this from Andy, is the preamble, where Don Barney's trying to show that he remembered it from school. And that whole thing was just because they were short on time. And they added that to the show. And anything at the end, pretty much, of the show are added stuff when they would run short. And I've read this before, that Andy and Don would go to the side and talk a little bit, and then they would shoot something. And it was just kind of like off the cuff. And I think that's very neat, and that goes to show a lot of their creativity between the two people. So they weren't just great actors that have great chemistry on screen. They had great chemistry back screen as well. Behind the scenes, I should say. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget about Class for Real Comedies, Facts and Trivia. It is on Jim Nabors, Gomer Pyle, and the Andy Griffith Show. And classic TV Facts and Trivia is on Marion Ross, who called Tom Bosley the father of the Happy Days cast and crew. Classic rock, country music facts and trivia. Johnny Cash once sent a hilarious telegram to Chris Christopherson ahead of a movie premiere. This is very funny. Not just what it was, what it said, but where it was read at, and it's really funny. You get a kick out of it. Faith and Entertainment, Vanessa Benavente, there we go, on playing the mother of Jesus in The Chosen. Very interesting. I love The Chosen. So if you'll check those out, I'd appreciate it. The links will be in the description below this video. Appreciate it. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. You guys have a great day. God bless you. I'm praying for you.